Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 5. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, we always see the ladies. Dr. Heavenly is asking Allura about prom. She was like, you stayed out all night, didn't you? Baby, my parents were like, girl, if you don't get home. Child, I had the prom night from hell, honey. It's a story time. That's really a story time. Dr. Jackie and Simone are eating lunch together. Y'all know I love to see that. Y'all know I love to see it. And again, they're talking about Heavenly being left off the list. So Dr. Jackie said, Heavenly probably was like, and Dr. Damon probably said, come on, buddy, let's go. When I tell y'all, I hollered so loud in here, I let out the loudest cackle, honey. Dr. Jackie got me that time. She don't usually get me. But baby, that was funny to me. In the next scene, Phadrea arrives at Quad's house lying as soon as she get on the set, talking about, girl, I got lost in a little bit of traffic. Quad said, girl, you stay 10 minutes away from me. Girl said, what now? Not you got lost and you stay 10 minutes away. Phadrea, just come on the scene. If you ain't got nothing to say, just be like, hey girl, what you doing? You look cute. Don't just make up stuff. You ain't get lost in no traffic 10 minutes away. But side note, I like that little black bob. Your bob fire. Moving forward. So then Heavenly got there, right? And Phadrea said, oh, you look good today. Baby, it was given, now this you're on point with. Now, I ain't know what was going on, honey. It looked a fool to me. She had on a little lace number with a blazer. Here go Quad. I see your lace front. Why must they be this way? Not lace front. I said, Dr. Heavenly, now what do you have on, child? Phadrea trying to sabotage that woman talking about you look good today. That did not look right. And Heavenly, I like you, but that didn't look right. So Dr. Heavenly sits on down. She gets in the confessional and she says that she understands Quad. So she gives her a lot of grace because Quad is kind of like her little sister. And they fall out every 5 minutes. She fall out with her own sister, so she understands. And didn't I tell y'all that on last review? See, I know my Married to Medicine. I told y'all when Dr. Jackie was in Phadrea's kitchen and she said, well, I'm not her friend, but Heavenly is her friend. I told y'all that that's because Heavenly understands Quad. They have this thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but she understands her. So for her, it's like, it's Quad. She gonna be Quad if she don't do nothing else. But with Jackie and the rest of the ladies, they're like, girl, everything is all about you. And it's only when you feel comfortable to come around or be in the mix that you come around and be in the mix. Moving forward. I told y'all that's why she cool with Quad. So they sit down, they start talking about Dr. G's wedding. For what? I have no idea. I would never, and I do mean never, sit down and talk about that ex. Baby, if you're getting married to anybody, good luck, Chuck. Please, honey. So he never have to think about me again. I am so happy that you are walking down the aisle. Congratulations. So Phadrea was like, well, the only thing that I didn't like was the drapes. They were wrinkled. And that's how I know Johnny got that extra $14K and he ain't fooling me, got it in his pocket. With that little snug jacket of his, and that little snug jacket. That $14K and that little snug jacket. While Sweet Tea jumping on everybody else, she need to be jumping on Johnny, allegedly. So then Quad started talking about, well, when we had our wedding at the Four Seasons, why are y'all comparing weddings, girl? You don't even want the man in his little Fiat or his Mini Cooper or whatever the hell it was. You don't even want him. Why are y'all doing that? Let the lady enjoy whatever it is she need to enjoy with that man. Child, let that woman. It just don't sound right, Quad. Don't sit with these women and talk about that woman's wedding, honey. Just leave it alone. So Heavenly was like, well, at least y'all was on the inside. Quad said, you was outside? Oh, they uninvited you. Not your best friend. So Quad is feeling a way about Heavenly taking a picture with Sweet Tea. She wants to know, where is the loyalty? Like, are you loyal to me or are you loyal to her? Heavenly said, well, I thought it was funny. Now, that's the thing that gets me. Every time Heavenly does something, she always thinks it's funny. Heavenly, didn't we go through this last season? Your laughter at the expense of your people is always the reason why you in the hot seat. Everything ain't funny. So Quad feels like their relationship a little funny and whatnot. And Heavenly was like, well, you went missing, just like you did when you and Dr. G were having problems. Quad said, well, the phone works both ways. Heavenly wants her to take accountability for at least one thing. Like, girl, you know dang on well that you disappear and then you reappear when it's time to start this show. So I just want you to take accountability for at least one thing. So she gets a little attitude with Heavenly. Heavenly talking about, all right, now don't talk to me like that. You know I get upset a little bit. Not you get upset a little bit. So Quad was like, you know what? Okay. I accept responsibility for my part. I could have reached out more. Yes, I could have. In the end, Quad took some accountability because I guess she saw Heavenly wasn't playing, child. And they good for now. Heavenly said the girls miss Quad. Quad says she misses the girls. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get the season started with all the ladies so the heifers can get into it. Moving forward. In the next scene, Jackie has an appointment with the brat and Judy. Dr. Jackie wants her to take it easy, but she doesn't know what that is. And I can relate because, baby, these fibroids had to sit me down. Because, baby, I was going to work until the bitter end. So I definitely understand where the brat is coming from, especially when you're a person with a strong work ethic. It's like you just feel like you must be doing something at all times. But Dr. Jackie is explaining to us how Black women are not given the same treatment when they go into these facilities. And oftentimes when we do, we're afraid and we're nervous and we're scared because we don't know how we're going to be treated. And y'all, let me tell y'all a story time that's really a story time. I was getting ready to give birth and I had a Black OBGYN. I had a Black specialist. I had all things Black because I wanted to make sure that I was taken care of. But, okay, my OBGYN went out of town right before I was about to have my baby. And when I tell y'all I ain't never been so damn nervous. Now, while she was out of town, I had a scare. So I went in and they thought that I was going into labor. So, child, the people started coming in. I'm like, where's my OBGYN, honey? This random man came in. This Caucasian gentleman came through the door. I said, oh, no. What is happening? I was so afraid because I had heard so many horror stories, and especially with me being high risk of people, you know, not making it when they give birth. That's really a dangerous thing. We are putting our lives on the line every time we give birth to a child. That's why they, you know, definitely need to be giving them push presents. Now, did I get one? Absolutely not. But that's a story time for another day. But I was so scared. Thankfully, I did not go into labor. I was released and I was able to go home, and all's well that ends well. My OBGYN was there. But y'all, I was scared as hell. I was like, who is this man? And I already don't really just like male OBGYNs all up in my whatnots. I don't know. Something about it just throws me off. I'm not mature enough for it. I don't like it. So I was looking at him, he looking at me, and he looking at my whatnots, and I'm just like, ah! But child, I thought my baby was coming, so I had to do what I had to do. Nah, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But y'all know I love to give y'all a story time. That's really a story time. I love when they get a medical minute. I love it. I love when we get a bit of them in their element. So basically, she wants Brad to stay seated for 12 more weeks. And Judy, you got to do what you got to do for beautiful. Moving forward. In the next scene, Simone and Cecil are at the house looking back on old pictures. So she's asking him what he told Michael about summer school. And he said, I told him he needs to do an internship instead. She was like, well, I want you to run things by me so that we can make these decisions about the boys together. Don't just be telling him to do no internship. I need him to graduate. Okay, I need him to get out. She wants to know, what if he's not done by next May? Then what? Cecil is like, well, I mean, he just not done. No. This is the real world. He is a big boy now. You need to push him on out there so he can fly. They have two different ways that they want to go about parenting this grown man. Cecil wants them to take the tortoise approach, but Simone is like, baby, he's 26. Oh, no, ma'am, honey, he damn near 30. It's time to piss or get off the pot. Now, I hate to say it now. You're going to have to graduate. You're 26. I also agree with Simone that they should be making decisions together, not just you, Cecil. Because I'm pretty sure Simone putting in when it's time to foot the bill. So y'all need to be making these decisions together. In the next scene, Phadrea is putting together another Phadrea Parks production. She's dropping off invitations to the ladies' doorsteps, just like an episode of My Super Sweet 16. I said, baby, what is this? So she's doing a resurrection and rebirth event. Now, I hope this one go better than the one you did over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey, because y'all ain't getting out now place nowhere. Those invites were creepy as hell. The man was standing there dressing all black like the Omen, going to all of these black doors, opening up to these black doctors and black doctors' wives and handing them this invitation and not speaking. He wasn't saying one word. I would have been Heavenly, honey, baby. It could be anything in that box. The way Heavenly was barely opening and then running back his I said, baby, that would have been me. Dr. Jackie was asking questions and he walked away. Dr. Jackie said, okay, is this AI? When I tell y'all, baby, this episode was so funny. Because why would AI be at your door, Dr. Jackie? Now, Paige and Dr. Jackie, get yourself together. Why would AI be at your damn door? Oh, I love Married to Medicine. Do y'all hear me? In the next scene, Toya is having an IV party for Sweet Tea after the wedding because you know Sweet Tea is dragging a little bit. Just dragging. So it's Simone, Sweet Tea, and Toya. So Sweet Tea finally gets there. She looks so tired. Poor thing. Yeah, those recording schedules are very rigorous. Okay, you got to show up. And then you got to go home and cook and clean and don't smell like onion rings over there with Dr. G. It's a lot you got to get done. You didn't know you was going to be doing all that when you signed up for it, did you? So they all talking, and Toya said that they didn't have sex till the second day of her honeymoon. Same, sis. Same. I was too dang on tired. After cutting the rug and saying I do, I was done. I needed a full day to myself. Please don't touch me. Honey, I love you and thank you for giving me the ring. The ring didn't mean a thing. No, I'm just kidding. I just playing. But I needed some sleep, honey. So Sweet Tea was like, yeah, it was 3 days for us. So that raised an antenna with Simone. So Simone was asking her, why didn't y'all have sex for 3 days? Sweet Tea said, well, I came on my cycle. And the crazy thing about it is I keep bleeding in between there. That happened to me too when I found out that it was my fibroid. It was losing oxygen. Girl, you need to go get checked, honey, and make sure everything is everything. And poor Sweet Tea, baby, she is going through it. Sweet Tea sees the invite from Phadrea, but finds out that she wasn't invited. So Simone said, well, maybe it's about Quad. That's why you weren't invited. So Toya goes, well, if that's the case, honey, I might not need to go either. Because y'all know I don't want to be around that woman. Toya, listen to me. At some point, you're going to have to stop hiding out with Sweet Tea and interact with the whole group. I feel like you're using her as a shield. Now, I don't know if you really like the girl or not, but I feel like you're only befriending your twin because you can't stand Quad. Let's just keep it real. I don't think you're just that keen and that smitten with Sweet Tea. It's feeling like a little bit of manipulation, Toya. It is. In the next scene, it's the night of Phadrea's resurrection event. So the ladies are on their way and they're all in separate cars. Toya done brought Sweet Tea. Ma'am. Well, child, I guess now it's her turn. Okay, you turn around and bring Sweet Tea because she turned around and brought Quad. Here we go. But if they turn her around, then you better go too because you had a fit when Quad tiptoed up and through them. In Toya's car, they're talking about why Phadrea didn't invite Sweet Tea. And Sweet Tea was like, well, I feel like you invited Quad to my party, so surprise, surprise. Baby, I'm in that thing. So in the car, Toya was like, well, I wonder if Heavenly's going to say anything about you not having her name on the list. She going to say, well, I mean, I didn't have to call her and tell her she was uninvited. She was talking mess behind my back. Ma'am, this is a show. And aside from Dr. Heavenly, Dr. G and Dr. Damon have a rapport. They're friends. So the least you could have done was say, hey, you're uninvited. Don't come because you ain't getting in. I'm just letting you know right now. But I understand you wanted to make it a moment, okay? You wanted to make it a moment and you did that. So they arrive at 11 p.m. Mind y'all, okay? We almost at midnight. 11 p.m. to this funeral home. Sweet Tea was not there for Heavenly. Heavenly came up grinning. Hey, girl. She was like, don't hey, girl, me. Okay, you know I'm pissed. Girl, you better be mad at the whole cast. Just, they all playing in your face if we really want to be real. So they come in. And here's Phadrea in her funeral's finest. So she starts speaking her speech. But she did make it a point to point out that Sweet Tea was not invited. Ma'am, please. This was her call time. Ain't that what y'all using? It was the call time. So they told her to show up. She was like, you know, everybody in this group is very intelligent. We have teeth, vagina, a tennis expert. Why? Why did they make Toya, Venus, and Serena? Baby, not a tennis expert. Oh, child, I am done. I am not about to play with you. Leave Toya alone. She was basically trying to tell them that as friends, they left Quad for dead. Okay? And she's like a phoenix coming up from the ashes. So this lady starts playing a sax and a casket is being wheeled in, y'all. I cannot make this up. These theatrics belong on Tubi. Phadrea, you belong on a Tubi movie or a Tyler Perry production, honey. One or the other. Because what happened to the lemon squeeze of it all? Why are we in caskets? The casket is slowly opening. Y'all, if Quad jump her ass out that casket, I am going to be DMing her about this. Quad, don't you jump out that casket. Quad, don't piss me off. So I'm sitting there with anticipation, waiting to see who's about to jump out of this casket. Baby, when Quad sat up in that casket and got to talking, Heavenly got to laughing, I just couldn't do nothing but hold my mouth wide open. Girl, now this is nuts. Why are y'all playing in this here Willie Watkins funeral home? Why are y'all doing this? Now I'm going to tell you something about me. Okay, I don't play like that. I don't play dead because I got a whole lot of life in me. I don't play dead. I don't speak certain things. I don't say I love you to death. I don't say things like that. I don't do things like that. Quad, that Bravo chick got you acting like that? Girl, you get over here with Phadrea and the freak to your frack got you acting like that? Girl, you need to rethink that. What the people said? The people said you shouldn't be playing in that damn casket. That's what the people said. Girl, this is crazy. Bravo got y'all doing anything for a chick, honey. Anything for a chick. So Quad steps out. She starts giving one of her monologues. Y'all know how she like to do. Quad says she's ready to bury strife and pettiness. So she said, Dr. Jackie, are you ready? Dr. Jackie. I'm sorry I keep laughing, y'all. But this episode was so funny. Dr. Jackie said, for what? She said to bury the pettiness. She said, I don't have a problem with you. I'm fine. So she got in her confessional. She was like, girl, you could have called me. You ain't got to do all that to be talking about no bury the hatchet or whatever you talking about. Girl, you could have called me. Honey, I know that's right. So then she moves on to Heavenly. Heavenly said, I don't have a problem with nobody. I don't even have a problem with Sweet Tea. I don't know why you want to whoop my tail. I don't know. I don't know why you even uninvited me to your wedding. So Sweet Tea said, well, you were talking about my marriage. Okay, Heavenly know exactly why. Toya wants to know, why did Heavenly even come to the wedding if she was talking about the woman marriage? So Heavenly is like, well, you said they had communication issues too. I know that's right, honey. Call them all out. Heavenly say, y'all ain't gonna leave me out here by myself. Toya said, yeah, but that don't mean they shouldn't be getting married. Ma'am. You know dang on well that they do not need to be getting married. She just saying what everybody else is thinking. And we know you thinking it too. And like I said, the only reason why you riding hard is because you can't stand Quad. Oh, was that a bar? Oh, I need to be a rapper. You riding hard because you can't stand Quad. Wicked. Baby, I might as well add to the foolishness. Y'all hear me? Heavenly said, well, I stand on what I said. I do. So Sweet Tea said, you and your husband have communication issues. You said you went upside Dr. Damon's head with a frying pan. Well, baby, what she say that for? Heavenly got to hollering, big, little girl, you don't do that. You don't know me. I don't do this. Don't let me whoop your tail like your mama should have. You got daddy issues. That's why you marrying somebody 5 times your age. So they get up like they're about to fight. I'm trying not in the funeral home. This is a mess. Sweet Tea always jumping up. Ma'am, punks jump up to get beat down. Stop jumping up in people's face. This is not Married to Hip Hop. And Heavenly, sit down somewhere. Ain't gonna bust a grape. Sweet Tea spilling your tea. Because what is she talking about? Please fill us in. So after they simmer them on the hill down, Quad turns to Simone. And Simone was like, Quad, what I want to know is, are we equal to you or are we beneath you? That's what I want to know. She said, y'all are equal to me. Now on to Toya. She was like, baby, you know, I saved you for last. Okay, because, you know, I mean, we can keep it rolling. We can keep it pushing. You know, I don't even care about the things you said about me. Quad, are you crazy? Quad is acting like she didn't say that lady was trying to set Anila up to be robbed. Quad, please be very for real. Okay, you wasn't for real when you was in that casket, but right now I need you to be very for real. Toya's like, girl, please. All the stuff you said about me, I'm not letting nothing ride. Quad, you would have been better received had you apologized to Toya first, because this is just ridiculous. Phadrea was like, well, I thought that Quad would take that moment to be accountable and apologize. And baby, if that's not the pot calling the kettle, calling the pot calling the kettle. Phadrea, please. Moving forward. So Toya was like, no, you said I was a thief. Okay? So therefore, and thus and such, we ain't about to be friends. So Quad was like, oh, okay, well, you know, we'll just leave it there. So she turns around and starts talking to the group. After that, they go to the repast. Oh, my goodness, honey. I want y'all to exit this funeral home. It wouldn't be no way I'm eating it now. Now, the fried chicken did look good. I said, oh, baby, look at that chicken. And they left it there, too. But I would not be eating in here. And when I say not be eating in here, I don't know where that could have been laying next to something in the back. No, I'm not eating in here. So Phadrea started saying that the relationships are good and some are bad. And Dr. Jackie was like, we have good relationships. Okay, sometimes we have a few hiccups, but we're good. Phadra was like, yeah, and some are bad. Dr. Jackie can't stand Phadra. Have y'all noticed that? I don't think she like her too tough, as my grandmother would say. What y'all think? Y'all comment down below if y'all notice Dr. Jackie don't like Phadra. So anywho, I ain't the one to gossip, so y'all ain't heard it from me. Phadra wants to know, if things went down, would they just say F it? Would they just say screw it and leave each other alone? So Sweet Tea brings up Phadra bringing Quad to her bachelorette party. She was like, that is not the place that I wanted to meet my husband's ex. Now, I agree with you, Sweet Tea, but this show is not the place that you need to meet your husband's ex either. You should not have agreed to do this show. You just should not have agreed to do that. So Phadra is acting oblivious, talking about, well, y'all didn't have no problems. Phadra, that's not the point. That is not the point that they didn't have no problems. You should not have invited Quad to that dang on bachelorette pamper party, whatever y'all want to call it. You should not have. And yes, I'm not oblivious to the fact that production asked Quad to show up. But we all know how this goes. I want y'all to think back to the season where Quad gave Dr. G a party. So they were at this venue and Mariah shows up. Mariah shows up with Aiden, and Quad sends gas money out to Mariah. So she goes out there and she's like, no, you need to leave. Okay, you're not invited. Here's $10 for gas, because that's when gas was cheaper. And Mariah was like, oh, baby, you ain't got to tell me twice, honey. You ain't got to threaten me with a good time. I'm gone. So don't act like it couldn't be done. She should not have shown up to this girl's pamper bachelorette party. She just should not have, and Phadra shouldn't invite her. Moving forward. So Quad said, yeah, she didn't have no issue with me. And then she gets in the confessional and she's like, even though she's country and she doesn't belong in this group, I mean, we're good. Then she tells Sweet Tea, well, the people were saying you were combing through my social media trying to find out what I was doing. Now, why do y'all keep shading this woman but saying y'all good? If you don't like her, Quad, you don't damn like her. Quad, now I like you. But when you first stepped on the scene, it was giving a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. Them wigs were not sitting how them wigs sit today. Everybody don't have to be the same. I find her refreshing. Everybody doesn't have to be a carbon copy of each other. It's just the world today. Let me just get on my soapbox for just a second. The world today wants us all to look alike. They want us all to think on one accord. We might as well damn be robots. Okay, we see AI is moving in. And they want all of us to be the exact same. It is okay that she is different. Does she quite fit in with the group just yet? No, but she needs to find her footing. But why are you treating her this way? Like, girl, if you're good, then you're good. If you ain't worried about that man, then you ain't worried about that man. Moving forward. So Simone was like, well, we all hurt each other. So she asked Toya what could be done for them to move past it. Toya wants Quad not to be so malicious when it comes to her and her family. Quad is like, well, what did I say? Quad, quit playing crazy. You know exactly what you said and what you did. So Toya's like, you said we were thieves and that I was cheating on my husband. So Quad doesn't want to accept it, talking about, did I? Ma'am, yes, you did. She's like, well, you said I slept with my contractor. Toya's like, I didn't say that. Y'all were all sitting at the table, girl, and you were in the conversation. So now they're going back and forth and back. Toya is pointing, Quad getting pissed. Get your finger out of my face. All right, now. We know Toya is a fighter, honey. Y'all remember season 1? Quad, you know what you said. Toya, you know what you said. Y'all been doing this since season 1, episode 1. The two of you do not like each other. It's a set of people like that on every franchise that just do not like each other. They fall out. They might get cool for like a second. Then they fall out again, and that's y'all. Sweet Tea a rider though, y'all. Did y'all see she got up when it was getting kind of tense between Toya and Quad? She got up to kind of like stand in between the two. I said, oh, okay, she riding for Toya. Toya said Quad feels like they're beneath her. Now, in the past, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, Quad has treated them like she didn't want to be bothered. Okay, she was like, look, I got my sister circle. I got my money coming in outside of this show. I don't need y'all. She has treated them like that in the past. I'm not going to negate that. So then Quad was like, well, we all came from meager beginnings. Heavenly said, well, not Sweet Tea. She just started. She ain't did too much yet. Leave that woman alone, Heavenly. That's why you were standing on the outside looking in. So then Phadra was like, well, Sweet Tea is a weekend warrior. Girl, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Not a weekend warrior. So Simone is ready to go. And Quad is like, well, wait a minute, because I want to talk about how I'm treated in this group. Oh my good quad. Every single season, you talk to us about how you are treated in this group. Oh, we know Quad about to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. They didn't want to hear. They was like, not in this funeral home. Okay, we can talk outside of here, but I don't want to talk in here when the corpses are cold, honey. We got to go. They leave. Quad talking about, if you've never seen a phoenix, you looking at one. Child, Quad love to play victim. And Phadrea just standing there talking about, I don't know if she said that, but that sounded like something Phadrea would say. And that was the end of the episode. Oh, Lord, this episode right here. Bravo. These 2 episodes tonight, don't do that no more. We went from Potomac and the pie over here to the casket, and I don't know why. And yes, I did just rhyme. I do it all the time. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.